Hi guys. I was wondering, how many of you have ever seen a kitchen appliance like this? Now, how many have actually used it? This kitchen appliance isn't as common in a U.S. kitchen as in a UK one. This object I have up here is a tea kettle. Now, most people are familiar with a teapot, but me being half British, I use this every day of my life. Um, everything. This kettle is used to boil water for tea or coffee, but I use it for tea because, as everyone knows, Brits love their tea. This tea kettle represents a part of me and also a large part of British culture. Now, as I go over my speech, I'll be talking about how the tea kettle represents tea drinking in the British culture and how I relate to this culture every time I use it. My artifacted tea kettle represents a relaxing lifestyle of British. Now, the way you use the tea kettle is you fill it with water and you turn it on and it will boil. And after it's done boiling, it's steamed. And then you go ahead and you already have a teacup with a tea bag in it. Now, Brits like black tea, so that's the tea they use. And then you go ahead and you pour it in there and you let it brew a little bit. And then you got your sugar and your tea, and voila, your tea is ready. But most Brits like their tea really strong, so they go ahead and let it brew a little bit. This tea kettle is used numerous times a day, so it's a main appliance. Brits, they use it from early in the morning to really late at night. They love it. How the tea kettle represents the British culture is because they are always constantly drinking it, and always constantly drinking it. The noise that the tea kettle makes when it's done is a beat. And this noise to the British is a relieving noise because they know it's time where they can take a break and have their soothing cup of tea before going back into the craziness of life. Or they can reflect on their day and even make plans for the rest of the day. Now let's talk about how I relate to this English culture and the way I use it together. I identify with this culture because I'm half British and I have learned all their unique customs. My dad is full British and my mom is full Mexican, but she wishes she was British. So when I was younger, my family and I moved back to my dad's hometown of Burndown, England, and there we lived for about 2 years. And that's where I learned all their different customs, and that's where my dad introduced my family and I to the tea kettle. And ever since then, that is how we make our tea. You know, every morning, my mom's always like, "Oh, turn the tea kettle on, Vaughan," you know, my dad, in the night, all the time. And then when we moved back to the States, my mom made sure to find the tea kettle, even though it's a little hard. But now they're getting more modern, so they're in more stores. So my mom made sure to buy a tea kettle so we can continue making our tea this way. Because my parents, they don't want their children to lose their background, especially the British background. Because it's hard being Mexican and British, and they're two different cultures in one household. Like, you tend to forget parts of both. How I use my tea kettle is I use it to boil water for my tea or hot chocolate. Because, you know, everyone uses hot chocolate. But the reason I really use this tea kettle is I believe I participate in my culture, even though it's 1,000 miles away. When I use it, I feel, oh yeah, you know, this is something every British person does every day. So when I do, I get happy. So yeah, because it's kind of hard when you have two different cultures in one household. So in conclusion, I believe this tea kettle represents a part of me and a huge part of the British culture because they use it every single day of their life. The main points I went over is how the tea kettle represents tea drinking in the British culture and how I use this tea kettle every time. I relate to this culture every time I use it. So hopefully you guys can see tea kettles in the store now, and remember that these aren't just another kitchen appliance. They represent a whole different culture.